The definition of a sport is an activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment. So what if I told you arm wrestling was a sport? What would you think? Maybe something along the lines of, nope, this guy is crazy. Just for drunk dudes at 1 a.m. in a bar about to break their arms. And 58% of people in an 18-person poll I made would agree with you. I disagree. In fact, I disagree quite a lot. Think about it. Two people grip up and they physically exert themselves to pin their opponent's hand. You may say, well, there's no skill involved. Here are two of the most basic and common skills/techniques used in arm wrestling that take a long time to perfect, and everybody does them a little different. The top roll uses the pronator teres to pronate, turn your hand away from you, facing your opponent, and open up their fingers, giving you hand control. The hook uses the musculus supinator to supinate, which is your palm facing your face, where you can then hook your hand and pull your opponent's hand down to the pad. And honestly, I think that alone would define arm wrestling as a sport, but people may still disagree with me. And I will give you some more reasons as to why arm wrestling is a sport and perhaps even a combat sport. So what is a combat sport? A combat sport, or fighting sport, is a competitive contact sport that usually involves one-on-one combat. In many combat sports, a contestant wins by scoring more points than the opponent or by disabling the opponent. So, in arm wrestling, how does that make any sense? Well, it makes sense because you're pinning their hand on the pin pad and disabling the opponent. And I think that is really representative of what a combat sport really is. Think about it. You want to see someone get knocked out in boxing. You want to see someone get choked out in MMA. So, what's different about arm wrestling? You want to see that hand get slammed into that pin pad real fast. If I asked you to make a list of the most popular sport streaming services on TV, I'm sure ESPN would probably come up in your brain. And guess what? ESPN actually has the World Arm Wrestling League being broadcasted on it. And I think that is just a dead giveaway that it should be and is considered a sport, especially to the world of arm wrestlers that are out there. So, whether or not you think arm wrestling is a sport, it's my sport, and I've enjoyed it since the first day I arm wrestled a friend in school. I hope I've changed your mind and provided some more information as to why arm wrestling is a sport. So spread the word, get out there, learn some technique, and go pin some guys' hands. Just be nice to your grandma.